I know how it feels to click buy on a sewing and embroidery machine that looks great on paper, only to spend the next weekend wrestling with jams, cryptic menus, and designs that never line up. I've been there with cheap combo machines that promise the world and deliver headaches instead. So when I saw the Bernette B79 bundle with the Christmas design pack and advanced software, I wanted to see if it actually solves the problems that make people regret cheaper machines. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that stood out was the 7-inch touchscreen. On cheaper machines the LCD is tiny and the navigation is a maze of nested menus. Here you get a clear, responsive display that actually lets you preview stitches and embroidery designs before you commit thread to fabric. I tested it with a mid-weight cotton throw pillow cover that needed both decorative stitching and a small embroidered monogram. The machine moved smoothly from sewing to embroidery mode without me having to swap out parts or rethread, which is a huge time saver when you're finishing holiday gifts in December. The Christmas design bundle added 50 holiday-themed embroidery files, so I could embroider a snowflake, reindeer, and candy cane without hunting for free downloads online. That practical bundle is the kind of thing that makes the difference between "I'll figure it out later" and "I can ship this to my sister tomorrow." Where the B79 really shines is in the stitch library and the precision. I ran a straight stitch at 8 mm width on denim scrap and the feed dogs kept the layers perfectly aligned, no skipped stitches, no puckering. That matters if you're making tote bags or embroidering on jackets. The built-in software also lets you resize and rotate designs on the fly, which is handy when you're working with off-the-shelf embroidery files that aren't quite the right scale. I tried it with a 4-inch reindeer design and scaled it down to 2.5 inches for a baby onesie without losing detail. If you've ever tried to shrink a design on a budget machine and ended up with a blob, you'll appreciate that control. Now, the trade-offs. The B79 isn't a beginner machine if you've never threaded a bobbin or adjusted tension. The manual assumes you know the basics, so if you're brand new to sewing, you'll want to budget time for YouTube tutorials or a local class. The embroidery arm is also limited to a 4x4-inch hoop, which is standard for this price tier but can feel restrictive if you want to embroider larger patches or jacket backs. You can stitch multiple sections and join them, but that adds extra steps. Another small quirk, the touchscreen is bright and clear, but the menu icons are a bit small on my first try, so I had to zoom in a couple of times until I got used to the layout. Who should buy this? If you're already comfortable with sewing basics and you want a single machine that handles both garment construction and embroidery without buying two separate devices, the B79 is a smart step up. It's especially useful if you make gifts, personalize clothing, or run a small side hustle where reliability and design options matter. The Christmas design bundle alone saves you hours of searching for holiday-ready files, and the advanced software means you can tweak designs instead of starting from scratch. Who should skip it? If you're a complete beginner who hasn't threaded a machine before, the learning curve might feel steep. If you only need basic sewing for mending or simple crafts, a cheaper mechanical machine will do the job without the embroidery complexity. And if you regularly embroider large areas like quilt blocks or jacket backs, the 4x4-inch hoop could become a limitation. Bottom line, the Bernette B79 bundle gives you a capable sewing and embroidery workhorse with useful holiday extras and responsive controls. It's not the cheapest option, but it avoids the frustrations that make budget machines feel like a mistake. If you're ready to move beyond entry-level gear and actually finish projects instead of troubleshooting them, this machine is worth the investment. Check it out using the link in the description if you want to see the latest details on Amazon.